Show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, they're struggling through some mid-season doldrums at this point. It's been a ragged patch of the schedule for them lately. Detroit had some players leave over the summer and over last season as well. It's a young team. Looks like they're going to try and build around Andre Drummond. How do they go about that, Kenny?
Well, Drummond's not a big threat from the outside. So, you have to have a stretch four that could help him out a lot. Then he'd have room for interior. They drafted Stanley Johnson. The kid is going to be pretty special. And spacing around the perimeter is going to help, and that will make Detroit a much better team.
I like Drummond as a big man. He can run the floor very well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kept looking for players who can push and play in the open floor, get them the ball inside, easy transition buckets.
Andre Drummond, a guy who leaves it all on the floor, and when he's not on the floor, I understand he's a big 2K gamer.
Yeah,
that's what I hear.
He's pretty good at it.
Yeah, Kevin Harlan standing by. Kev.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Detroit Pistons come into this one after the win against Denver.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. And it's Baines in at the 5. The monster passes to Silk. Gobert the screen. And here's Jennings. Tipped away. He kicks it to Ilyasova. Johnson dishes to Baines. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. No reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Here's Jennings. And he really played well against Denver. He dishes it to Meeks. Here's Baines, defended by Gobert. Shot clock at 5. And misses it off the right side of the rim. On defense, Detroit. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Here is Ilyasova after the basket by Utah. Johnson can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Knock the pass to Silk. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert with a screen on Jennings. Three-pointer, Hayward. The offensive rebound. Passed it down. Hayward outside. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Tries again. That's good.
Yes, so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Utah comes into this one after the win against the Washington Wizards.
And they weren't anywhere near as sharp as they would like to be. But at the end of the day, a win's a win. And they've got to feel good about that.
Definitely. And when they look back on it, partner, in a few weeks, all they'll remember is the W.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. And it's Hayward again missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The drive by Jennings, Ilyasova, and good. That's a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ilyasova's got his first basket of the night. And Utah has possession. Passes it to Silk. The 11-footer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Johnson outside. The feed to Ilyasova. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the night.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Another miss by Utah.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Johnson attacking, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They set the pick. And they get it. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
The free throw drops by Hayward. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Jennings can't get it to go. Utah trailing here. Here's the monster. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Another miss by Utah.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. His shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Johnson to screen. At the top of the key, Baines dishes it to Jennings. Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Outside Jennings. To the right side. Meeks inside the three-point line. Out of bounds. Pistons ball. Detroit keeps possession. George is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Then for the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Ilyasova. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jody Meeks. Clock at 6. Jackson kicks to Jennings. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Stan Van Gundy had a moment to share with me. I asked him about the difficulty defensively against a team that's so smart and controlled offensively. He said that's a great point. They really do a terrific job of executing their offense. Not a lot of miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And down 1-0 in the season series, guys, we'll see if they can even it up.
Very good, Doris. Thanks. Well, guys, do you think they'll be able to make that strategy work for them?
You know, they're a very high percentage shooting team. So he's right to focus on playing the tight D. As for whether it'll work, we'll see.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your hat. Even tough D can be outdone by good offense.
So it's Utah now, following the miss by Jennings. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Silk. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's the monster. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Here is Tolliver. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Outside Jackson. The pass to Jennings. Jennings with another miss.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And Utah has possession. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Good on the triple. Hayward's got his third basket of the night right there.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Jennings kicks to Jackson. Here's the screen. They need this. No luck. And it's Utah the other way. Here's the monster. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Pass to Silk. Hayward on the wing. Inside. Here's George. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Pistons trail by 4. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
They get it back, and he uses the glass on the layup. Tolliver's got his first 2 points of the night.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
The monster passes to Doc. Hayward from outside. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. Here's Jackson. Jackson missing again. For Utah, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Jennings. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Utah?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jump.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
A different look for Utah. Portis, he's checked in for Silk. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. Rodney Hood subbed in for Doc. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. Blake comes in for Brandon Jennings. And so he hits both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
The drive by Jackson. Morris kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Morris a screen. Here's the 3. Kept alive. In the corner, it's Blake. Jackson has the open look. Jackson missing again. Utah leading by 4. Here's the monster. He's got 6. George. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
And the basket by Jackson.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Kicks it to Hood. Outside, George. Here's the screen. Here's Ingles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fader on the way. 56 left to play in the first quarter. Morris dishes to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Jackson. And here's Morris for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
And, you know, Steve Blake, a veteran presence who has been around the block a few times. He's been on several teams, played in several schemes and systems throughout his career. He's seen everything you could try to throw at him on the floor. He's the consummate pro.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen 4 shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Now, here's George. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over. And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Here's the monster, following the basket by Marcus Morris. The monster passes to George. He feeds it to Hood. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Steve Blake. For Utah, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Taking 2 shots. And the first one goes. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Morris. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's the monster. From deep 3-point range. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot? Big time. Big time. Incredible.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot.
Check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Pistons trail by 4. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Utah, Hayward out there with Silk, and there's Doc, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Hood, and at the 2 guard.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big dog.
Doc the pass to Hayward. To the paint, and stolen by Ilyasova. Shot clock at 6. Hood, the 18-footer is right on the mark. Hood's got his first bucket in this one. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. Launches a three. Another three for Detroit.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Gobert the screen. Silk passes to Hayward. Detroit with the rebound. They host the 76ers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Here's Caldwell Pope. He had 13 points in the win against Denver. Fires for three. Gobert pulls it in. Utah shooting there about 26% for the game. There's the dish to Hayward. Pass to Silk. Lets it go from deep. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2-for-2 from the floor.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Ilyasova can't hit.
Where you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here is Doc. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Washington.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
No luck. And it's Detroit the other way. 3-on-3. Here's Caldwell Pope. Gobert with the puck. And to the ball. Gobert touched it last. For the Pistons, Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jennings in for Jackson. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Baines, and no good, trying to use the glass.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Offensive rebound. Hood dishes to Hayward. Here is Doc. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And that one's good. 10 points for Gordon Hayward.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here is Doc. He's guarded by Meeks. Gobert the screen. Here's Silk. Detroit with the rebound. Baines has got his third rebound on the night.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Johnson gets to Jennings. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. 14 feet away. Utah with the rebound. Gobert has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here is Doc. Hayward outside. Doc the pass to Silk. Johnson with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Jennings dishes to Baines. That's good. Baines has got 5. And Utah has possession. It's a 3-point game. Knock the pass to Hood. Here's Silk. Hayward outside. He kicks it to Gobert. Back to Hayward. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is. They're shooting the ball extremely well right now. They're looking at that three-point shot as a way to get some extra offense and really continue to fortify their momentum.
Silk passes to Gobert. He dishes it to Hood. Here's Silk. He's guarded by Johnson. Here is Doc. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Hood can't get it to go.
And guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more efficient. He shot at the upper range of his career field goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season at 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Hayward kicks to Gobert. Back to Hayward. Here's Silk. No good from outside. Detroit's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Getting back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best, not just the improvement Clark and accuracy. His turnovers per game were a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin, now. Plenty of time to continue to refine and hone his game. I think his best basketball is in front of him.
Here's Doc. Good on the triple. Doc's got 6 points.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper, yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And getting back to Hood over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also, Clark, raised his shooting percentage to 45% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive number.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'll be nice value for the 23rd pick.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's the monster, guarded by Blake, and stolen by Jennings. Now here's Johnson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Nuggets in Denver. And that is good.
I mean, really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Hood kicks to George. The feed to Hayward. Out left to the wing. From outside the arc, Morris with the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
And for Johnson out of Arizona, Greg, his strength, as you were talking about, is his biggest asset. Helps that he has this incredible arm span. And Clark, you know what? He told me he likes to play the 2K game.
Yeah, he does enjoy that. He likes to play the real game, too, because he's hyper-competitive, and I think he's got a chance to be a superb defender at the NBA level.
Here's the monster. He's guarded by Jennings. From 13, and the jumper is good. And Utah leads by 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Blake kicks to Jennings. And it's off from three-point range. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Jennings. The shot by George, wide open. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside Jennings. Morris outside. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
A monster passes to Hood. George against Morris. George dishes to Hayward. To the middle. Here's the monster. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. The Monsters got 12 points in the game.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Morris a screen. Outside Jennings. They set the pick. Blake kicks to Tolliver. Rebound, Utah.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's the Monster. He's guarded by Jennings. Hayward passes to Portis. Hayward against Moore. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Hayward outside. Another miss by Utah. Detroit's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And the basket by Ingles.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
This is the Jackson. Morris with the screen for Jackson. Offline with his three. Utah leading. Hayward outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. And the pass to the Monster. 1:24 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Ingles. Down low. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. Blake for three. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Hayward's got his third rebound tonight. Hayward on the wing. Fires from 14. And Utah again with the bucket.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Jackson against Hayward. It's Jackson with the drive. Morris with a screen on Hayward. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Jackson.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
They set the pick. Ingles dishes to Hayward. Kicks to George. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my day.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself. I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Jackson with it. 1 second left, and that's good for 2. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds... spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Utah leads by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
Check. What'd you think about the Pistons?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What a game we're seeing from the monster.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
On the floor for Detroit, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's the monster, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Utah shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Pistons trail by 5. Now Jennings. Pass to Ilyasova. And Baines gets to Jennings. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Jennings with another miss.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Hayward from outside. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 4 rebounds in this game. Out to the right wing. And Ilyasova kicks to Jennings. And here's Johnson outside. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Feeds it to Gobert. In the corner, it's Hayward. Back to Gobert. Passes to Silk. And stolen by Ilyasova. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's the monster. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Jennings. Another 3 for Detroit.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Jennings with the rebound. The Pistons trailing. He feeds it to Ilyasova. The dish to Baines. 6 to shoot. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now the pass to Silk. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And Utah leads by 3. Now a timeout called by Detroit. We've seen the monster really having a great game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Johnson the screen. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Utah calls timeout. Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
Second shot opportunity. Over to the wing. Got the pass to the monster. No good from outside.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Johnson attacking. That's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Silk. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Let's go. Misses off the left iron. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. There's the screen. Jennings dishes to Baines. It's Jennings with the drive. Offline from the high post.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Hayward left side. And that one hits back iron.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
For the lead, Meeks can't hit. Utah leading. The feed to Hayward. Oh, and here's the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Nice ball movement by Petrova. Can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah leading by 3. Here's the monster. He's got 17. Gobert with a screen for Hayward. Offensive rebound. Second chance effort. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to make.
Jennings drives in. Baines. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And what hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. A look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. Stanley Johnson on top.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that efficiently on the perimeter, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the court.
Boy, does it ever. I mean, he's a marksman from anywhere on the court. And it doesn't hurt that he works nonstop to get himself open either. I mean, he's constant motion out there.
George is checked in for Gordon Hayward. Detroit also making some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Johnson. Contavious Caldwell Pope comes in for Meeks. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Pass to Dodd. Here's the monster. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Here's Jackson. Off target from three-point range. Here's the monster. 19 points in the game. Outside, George. Passes it to Silk. To the paint. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A different look for Utah. Portis comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles in for the Monster. And then for Detroit, Tolliver comes in for Aaron Baines, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Ilyasova. Ingles passes to Silk. Ball stolen. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Ingles passes to Doc. Here's Silk from 20 feet out. Jump shot is good. Silk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Blake kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Morris. Morris a screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shot is off.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Ingles dishes to George. Pass break Detroit. Jackson's got the ball, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. Will shoot 2.
And a quick look at the numbers for Doc. Putting up about 10 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
He misses the free throw.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter and Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Utah. Getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move, and with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Kicks it to Blake. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And here's Morris for 3. Rebound, Utah. Portis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here is Doc. 6 points for him. There's a screen. Pass to Portis. Off the screen. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here is Tolliver. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Here's Portis, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pulls up, high post, can't hit. And it's Detroit the other way. Feeds it to Jackson. In the corner, it's Blake. Shoots the 3. Here's Morris. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Morris has got 10. Utah leading by 5. Doc the pass to George. Here's Portis. He feeds it to Hood. The pass to Doc. Out to the right wing. Here's Silk. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Silk's got 6 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
There's the 3. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And he gets it to go.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Jackson misses.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here is Doc. 6 points for him. Inside, outside for George. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. The Monsters checked in for Utah. And a switcher also for Detroit. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Steve Blake. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Jackson. He's tightly guarded. Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got 4 this quarter. That will count. Can't get it to go. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Utah out in front. They lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Utah leading by 4. The Monster out there with Doc. And it's Hayward. And it's Thunder. And it's Gobert in its center. That's the group right now for Utah. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Utah.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
They set the screen. Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Utah is shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's the Monster. At the elbow, it's George. For 3, and Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 7th rebound here tonight. The drive by Jennings. Now the dish to Ilyasova. And Meeks kicks to Jennings. Lets the 3 fly. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hayward dishes to Gobert. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Hayward. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And you know, Gordon Hayward was involved in one of the more fascinating NBA draft stories. It started after his father confirmed that Gordon would submit his name to the draft but would not immediately hire agents.
Yeah, reportedly, Dad created a highly detailed 2-page questionnaire that he gave prospective agents, which is not something that's typical.
Hayward hits them both.
And on the topic of Hayward hiring an agent, it was reported that the questionnaire was just the beginning and that prospective agents also went through quite a grilling in addition to that. You talk about a thorough process.
On deep, Ilyasova. Now that is his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Inside. George passes to Gobert. Lets it go from 14. That's good. 23 points for the Monster.
You know, back to Hayward, obviously his first NBA contract was subject to the rookie wage scale, but his second contract, 4-year max deal. So whatever the Haywards have done as far as agent vetting, it's paid off.
Oh, an illegal screen there, one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
The monster passes to George. And the free ball is good. And now a 9-point Utah lead.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Ilyasova can't hit.
But that's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
The shot by George, no good.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And Meeks kicks to Ilyasova. The feed to Meeks. Pass to Baines. Just 5 to shoot. It's Jennings with the drive. Outside, Meeks. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got.
Just a fantastic game for Ilyasova. He has 17 points, and he's sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range. And guys, how about Ilyasova last season shooting the basketball? Always a decent threat to score. His improvements in efficiency were amazing. He increased his field goal accuracy from 41 to 47% in only 1 year.
And both free throws good for Ilyasova. And we were talking about Ilyasova. There's a reason his field goal percentage went up last season. It wasn't necessarily better shooting. It was probably better shot selection.
And I think the scheme played to his strengths. Lots of ball movement, penetration, kicking out to open spot-up shooters. Ersan showed us that's his kind of game.
Here's the monster. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. It goes on Brandon Jennings.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And now Utah, fast break. Goes in for the dunk. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just degrading right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And that one misses.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Meeks dishes to Jennings. There's the pick. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Meeks can't hit. Utah leading by 12. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fine because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Jennings kicks to Meeks. They need this. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he hits the first of 3.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Utah leading by 11. Here's the monster. Hayward outside. Passes it to Gobert. Here's the monster. 6 on the shot clock. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Hayward's got space. Rebound, Detroit. Baines has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson, the pass to Jennings. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets the bucket. Jennings has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pistons.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
You're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for the monster. He's got 32 points and 8 dimes.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture. He has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level. Yeah. When you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
And Kellogg's, right? And
yes.
Kellogg's. And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
Here is Doc. The monster passes to Doc. For 3, Hayward. Brandon Jennings with the rebound.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Over in the corner, Meeks. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Meeks got 5 points in the quarter. Utah leading by 7. Here's the monster. And the layup good off the glass. The monster's got 35.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
This is to Johnson. He kicks to Baines. Back to Johnson. Here's the 3. Utah with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. Here's the monster. They set the pick. 3-pointer. Kicks it to Hayward. Back to George. George with the screen on Jennings. Hayward dishes to Gobert. The monster. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul. At the line.
The first one called. Silks check in for Gobert. And he makes both free throws. Here is Jennings. He dishes it to Meeks. It's back to Jennings. A It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Pistons substitution. Reggie Jackson.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Utah leading by 11. Here's the monster. The pass to Silk. And he drops him away above the glass.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. The open shot from Jackson. Utah with the rebound. Lamonce's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Outside Jackson. To the inside. And with that, the Utah lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ilyasova.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Doc. Meeks with the steal. Left side Jackson. Johnson sends the screen for Jackson. Jackson missing again.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, you might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Silk carries it from three-point range. And Utah leads by 14.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
Jackson kicks to Baines. Pistons passing it around. They set the pick. Jackson up top. 6 to shoot. Meeks, good.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Utah leading by 12. Hayward outside. Passes it to the monster. Here is Doc. Inside. Here's the monster. No luck. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pistons trail by 12. Feeds to Baines. The dish to Ilyasova. Here's Meeks. Here's Baines. That free throw, no good. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. It's the second from the line. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
Hayward can hit.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Finish off the break. 8 points for Doc.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. We shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
For three, Hayward. Level recovers. Great tee that time from Johnson. Here's Jackson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Utah.
Steve, I agree. I think the attitude was very impressive. Mark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the Monster. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
The Monsters checked in for Utah. To the middle. Nice shot by Portis. And Utah leads by 12.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And it's Utah's ball. Here's the Monster. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Jackson from the arc. Off target with that shot. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game? He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.